The title of this video is not a lie. This is one of the most incredible things I have seen in many, many years on this game. 15-0 with a bronze team by my boy Broomy. Do me a favour, after you've watched this video, he deserves it, man. He's on around 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Go and sub to him. I'm going to leave him in the pinned comment and top line of the description. Sub to his channel. If this video gets 200 likes, we're going to drop the custom tactics that he actually used. He streamed all these games as well. The proof is there. This is the team he used. We're going to go through and watch his final game together. And I'm going to try and give you guys a few pointers of things that he's doing, where even with a team like this, he is getting the most out of what he's got, and hopefully that can help you guys out as well. But go and subscribe to him. Leave a like on the video. This is incredible, man. And let's get into it. If you're looking for the cheapest FC26 coins to build your super team, then look no further than MMOEXP.com. You can use code JambooUK for 8% off the already cheapest coins. Okay then, so we're going into his game. He is at 14-0 at this point. I still actually can't believe it, because the days of doing this are gone. Like, I know Harry did it and it was dead impressive, like it still is, all that good stuff. It was different back then. People do not hit 15-0 with a bronze team these days. The game is way too pay to win. It just doesn't work. But he's found a way to do it. It is so cool. It's genuinely so cool. His heart must have been going in this game. He was streaming to hundreds of people on Twitch. But let's see what he's doing. So straight off the bat, he's dragging his players back from the kickoff. He's utilising that second man press. You've got to understand that the players he's using are trash. You have got to get the absolute most out of every single movement. You can see the right stick switching here, using that second man press again. He steps in, makes the tackle, and one thing you're going to see that's very important is he is making the most of every possession. Using that through ball there, is able to get in behind, slows his player down a bit just to give him the maximum composure. You don't want to be rushing shots with a bronze card, and then a simple finesse into that far corner. You can see here again, using that second man press, he's manually dragging his players back into position. That's very important. Again, the second man press here, you'll see a few offside traps and things like that in there as well. Super composed right now. You know, he's not pulling players out of position. He's pulling them into the positions he wants. Good save from the keeper there. Corners must be an absolute nightmare defending with these players. His player does win it there, and you see here again trying to make the most of what he's got. He's sending his player on a run, another through ball in behind. As long as you've got pace, which his striker does, you're able to get it done. He waits for the keeper movement, smashes the ball into that near post, and he's finding himself 2-0 up after 9 in-game minutes against someone who has Totti, Wirtz, Kvaratskhelia, Pacho. It shows that you can get results in this game, even if you don't have that pay-to-win team. Now, let's not get it twisted. Broomy is crazy at this game. I'm not saying that everyone is able to go and do this, because they're just not. This is rare stuff. But it shows that the ceiling is there to actually be... He's going crazy. The skill ceiling is there to be able to have a not-so-good team and perform. You see there, another through ball in behind. That's been a common theme here. He is getting his players moving with that L1, and he is finding these through balls in behind. Now, you're going to see that his opponent is going to put the pressure on. He's not quite going to just run away with this game just yet, but you can see he's getting the ball, and it's simple stuff, or at least he makes it look simple. You're winning the ball, and it's so important, especially with a team like this, to not just be giving the ball back straight away. Simple passes, you can see here, retaining the ball back to his fullback. Simple ball into the midfield, and he's just not rushing anything. So with a team like this especially, you cannot be rushing things. You've got to take your time. See here, simple left stick dribbling, driven pass, knocks the ball into his striker. It's very basic football that he's playing. Trust me, it's a lot harder than what it looks. Because if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. But he's making it look very simple, and the fundamentals are there to be able to replicate. you'll see the next time when he wins the ball, he's always going for the simple pass just to retain possession. Keeper manages to make another good save there. That keeper actually looks all right, to be honest with you. But again, another corner, and there's just nothing you can do. You know, he's got Saliba challenging his bronze centre-back or whoever it was, and you're fighting a losing battle. It just is what it is. There's going to be things that, if your team is, you know, I mean, people aren't running around with teams this bad, but if your team is really, really bad, like you're seriously out-teamed, sometimes the pay to win is going to get you. But you can see here, drills the ball into his striker. Again, recycling possession and just going for the meta stuff. He went for a double tap through ball. It didn't work out. Instead of forcing the ball forward, he's not going to panic. You can see here, he's waiting for the spaces to open. And this applies to you guys, even on your main accounts with your God squads. You know, those of you that are running around with R9, if there's any of you. These same fundamentals apply. It's simple FIFA. You've got to recycle the ball where possible. When you win the ball back, the first priority is always to not turn it into a game of ping pong. Do not give the ball straight back to your opponent again. That is the last thing you want to do. Simple goal kicks. You know, he's taking it short, going out to his fullback, using that technical dribble in there. And what he's doing essentially is he's waiting for his opponent to commit and pull players out. And he's using that as a way of keeping the ball. Because if the opponent is controlling one player and they're running them out of position, that's really unlucky, by the way, then that's opening up space for other players. You can see here, second man press again, and his priority always is dragging players back into position. He uses an offside trap there to raise the line. I believe, despite his centre-backs being bronze, they are actually quick. So he's using every single tool available to him to his advantage. He's got the pacey centre-backs. He's happy to use those offside traps, risk a ball in behind. And if they do manage to get it in behind, he knows that he's got those pacey centre-backs to actually make the recovery. So here again, you see there just the composure in the box. Instead of forcing the ball out forward quickly, he takes his time and actually recycles. And it's just about retaining possession. If you're out-teamed massively, the less your opponent has the ball, the better. I know that's like, I sound like Michael Owen or something, but people don't actually think about these things as much as you'd think. See here, Totti gets away from the defender. That's really unlucky. He actually moved his keeper and did the right thing there. But at the end of the day, he's using a bronze goalkeeper and he gets a little bit unfortunate. So it's now 3-2. And at this point, the pressure must be getting to him because he's 3-0 up. Probably half of him thinks the game's over. And his opponent has somehow managed to find a way back into this game. So you see here, taking his time again. He is locked in. Absolutely locked in. Trying to make every single possession count. Sending his player on a wide run there with L1. Manages to win the corner. And you'll see every good player, they're taking their corners short and trying to work it into the box because it's just so effective this year. That striker, Patrick, looks crazy for a bronze, by the way. He's got the enforcer play style, I believe. Goes for that far post finesse. Sorry, boys, I just had to cut the video. I had some like crazy hiccup fit going on, which was wild. But yeah, so he's retaining the ball, dragging his players back into position here. And you've got to be careful with these 45th minutes, I'll tell you that. But steps in, presses the tackle button, smashes the ball clear for half-time. And we're going to be able to move into that second half. You can see he was taking a breather there. But going into the second half, I feel like I've got to get a breather as well. What are these hiccups, brother? Anyway, takes the kickoff. You're going to see he's going to try and make the absolute most of what he's got here, letting his kickoff juice up a little bit, not rushing anything, you know, no crazy passes that are going to get intercepted. He gets unlucky there. That's, you know, it's a bronze player on the turn. It's going to happen, but here, using the right stick, covering the runs, he's using that second man press once again, second man press here as well, and he's just shepherding the player out, not allowing them to take any easy shots at goal. More second man press. You can see he's running around with his midfielder. And that's just about covering those passing lanes. He eventually is able to step in, win the ball. Great direct pass to his striker. He's going to send him on a run there. Just mistimes it a little bit. It's unfortunate. His opponent has got like Nuno Mendes and stuff, by the way. and he's competing. It's still blowing my mind. I can't believe he's actually managed to do this. I really can't. But here, his opponent's on the attack, steps in, great player switch there to intercept. You've got to be proactively switching to your defenders on this game, and Brumi has got that down to a T, especially with these bronze players going on. It's crazy. I don't even know whether people can fully appreciate this, but the ability needed to overpower a team like this against decent players, it's genuinely so impressive. Narrowly offside there. That is very unlucky. Using more of that second man press, dragging his midfielders back. Another offside trap, just raising that line. It just makes it a little bit more difficult for the opponent to actually build up on the ball. You can see there, he's able to drag his player back. The line's quite high. And when he wins the ball, his priority, if it's there, he will go forward. If not, it's a recycle and a reset. So here, not too many options on, but he's managed to squeeze it into his striker. Beautiful little passing patterns there. Great extra pass. A lot of people would have shot before that pass was made. Beautiful pass to his centre mid, who was roaming into the box. And he's able to go 4-2 up. And there is 30 in-game minutes left for him to see this out. It's an incredible performance, man. Genuinely. Absolutely nuts. But here again, you see as well with the second man press that he will quite often be triggering it, letting it go. And that's about micromanaging your players. It's small little movements. Just to get your players in the right position. I think a trap that far too many people fall into is they sort of select a player or make a decision, and then that is it, and it's stuck in their head. Little movements to your players, a little bit of second man press, and just doing the right thing at the right time, which of course is easier said than done, but that is the way to go. You can see here, constant player switching with that right stick. You need to have that switching down to a T. Steps across with his centre-back to intercept there. And bear in mind, these are not players, that have all the play styles, elite defending stats, any of that stuff. This is absolute bare bones. The best thing he's got about this team is a lot of players with pace, and that is literally it. They're not good at dribbling, they're not good at passing, they're not good at shooting. This is just a really good example of pure FIFA/FC fundamentals and basic play, which he's doing to a very high level. So again here, a driven pass into his striker. He's waiting for the options to open up. R1 dribbling. He knew he choked that one a little bit. If he goes a little bit closer in, because I think he had time, he may have been able to get it off, but I don't blame him at all. He's 4-2 up with 15 minutes left with a bronze team to go 15-0. It's incredible. Unlucky there, using that left stick, taking his time. You can see he's not panicking at all in the box. It's all about what I said earlier. He's making the absolute most of every opportunity that he gets. So again here, he's taking his time with his fullback. He's not rushing anything. If there's no option on, he's more than happy to go back and recycle. And that is something that you guys want to be doing as well. Here again, scanning the pitch for options. If there's nothing clear, you can just go back. If his opponent is not going to commit and press him when he's 2 goals up with 10 minutes left, you have every right to go back. People may call it time wasting, whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's on your opponent. If they find themselves 2 goals down, it's their initiative to have to come back and press and leave players out of position. So that is the thinking behind that. Great manual press again, getting the ball forward, just taking his time, getting the ball out to his winger. And from this position, it's just about game management. There's no real need for him to take any risks going forward and risk giving away another goal here. Making sure that through ball's covered. Look, he's tracking Totti, the runner, steps across again and wins the ball. It's just great defending. Every time the opponent is in a position where they could get a through ball in behind, he is instantly right stick switching and marking it whilst using the second man press to apply pressure to the ball holder. Here, he's ratting him out. I just don't even blame him. If he was doing this with R9 and Co up front, I'd think it was a little bit weird. With a bronze team at 14-0, I think, this is actually acceptable. It's incredible. He's ratting him out. It's whatever. At this point, the game is won. But guys, just incredible. Like, go and sub to Broomy. It's such a cool achievement, you know, to be able to do that. I may give it a go myself at some point. Let me know if you want to see it. But if you made it this far, do leave a like. Go and sub to him. Sub to my channel as well. I will catch you guys on the next one. And peace.